Top drop is the term that describes the emotional letdown or low feelings a D-type may experience after a play session or a scene. This may occur for a range of reasons including the current physical, mental, and emotional state of the D-type, but is largely connected to emotional triggers that may occur in play. My understanding is that there are three broad themes that top drop relates to. Firstly, the intellectual and emotional challenges of reconciling societal norms and expectations in relation to sex and violence. Secondly, the S-type's response may not have corresponded with what the D-type expected. Depending on the circumstance, the D-type may feel let down by not being able to control the play for the expected outcome for both themselves and the S-type, misreading their S-type, or not being able to exercise sufficient self-discipline. The third theme of top drop relates to the D-type coming down from carrying the responsibility for not only themselves but also for another. Many S-types take for granted the strength, power, and authority that D-types often exude. Many people both in and out of the BDSM community also incorrectly ascribe the key role in BDSM to the S-type. There is much focus on the so-called gift of submission and the S-type being the one who is ultimately in control. This inference that the D-type is receiving a gift confuses the reality of BDSM, which actually flips this idea to the opposite. Generally, the S-type becomes the one who takes the domination that the D-type is giving. Further, the D-type is giving the S-type what they want, which is also what they often need, but also goes against most Western societal norms about the unacceptability of combining violence and sex. The challenge here for D-types is to separate consensual activities from non-consensual and therefore often illegal or criminal acts. This can become very real indeed if an S-type's response, either implicit or explicit, indicates play with a D-type may have strayed into this space. At the same time, it all falls on the D-type to be responsible. Yes, the S-type needs to honestly apply their safe words, but ultimately it is the D-type who must respond appropriately, understanding that the physical, mental, and emotional well-being of their S-type and themselves is at stake. This is a heavy burden and a responsibility that should not be taken lightly. D-types who do not work through these aspects of what it means when they are given the gift of submission, may find top drop could spoil some of the fun for them. Once these issues are acknowledged and understood, D-types will often take more time and consideration in whom they choose to be their S-types, leading to better and more compatible play.